Good morning, millennials.
Welcome back to The Toast and happy, what is it? Oh,
Thursdays.
It's Thursday. Jackson and I are doing a super early morning recording. It's kind of giving the hustle never sleeps.
It's giving early bird gets the worm.
We also are doing an audio-only extravaganza today. Apologies to the YouTube swirlies, but we will be back tomorrow. Today's a travel day for me. So hey, Jax, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Early morning, so I'm just sort of getting my bearings. I have to ask myself how I'm doing. I have no idea.
Don't you feel like your voice is different on an early morning podcast?
Well, yeah, because you're still waking up.
No, but I mean more like I feel like I'm kind of whispering. Romeo's like asleep behind me.
Actually, my house is asleep right now, which is crazy. The one time I have to get up early. Not on a Sunday. Not on a Sundays. We're sleeping in.
Jax, I think everyone really tuned in today to find out what the hell you did last night. Like, after all the hype of yesterday's episode, like, where were you?
I just want to tell you guys, my evening was so amazing. So thank you for asking. Because I went to a women's event at a local shul. They had asked me they were having a guest speaker come. I'll explain who she is in a moment. And they asked me to moderate the conversation, as that does fall in my wheelhouse of talents technically, and I am a Jewish woman. And
you're a speaker.
It was kind of an inspired choice.
I agree.
And I would love to give back to my community and do something like that. And anytime I go to an event, especially like a religious event, like the manifesting one, I always get so much out of it. So I'm like, why not have a meaningful evening? Why not? So I agreed to do it, and the guest who came, her name is Joyce Azria, might sound familiar because her dad is BCBG Max Azria, so she was the creative director of BCBG, and she's also an Orthodox Jewish woman. And so it was just all about her life and her journey through Judaism, but this woman just had such a great energy and such a great approach to spirituality and being religious, and you would have really loved her, Claude, because she just her she was just talking about her relationship with Hashem, and it's not as Bible thumping as you would think it would be. It's very energetic, it's very alive, and we just had a really great conversation, and it was a great evening. It really was.
Well, so happy for you, expanding your horizons socially, religiously, spiritually without me. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, I would love to bring some back to. I feel like every time you go to a Torah class, you always come back with
a little nugget.
A little nugget. Last night was Tu B'Shvat. I don't know if you saw Dat Moon. Dat Moon, though.
I did see Dat Moon. Tu B'Shvat higia chagai lanot. That's a pargy of Jewish song that we're always singing our faves. That one gets lost.
Yeah, because it's the Festival of the Trees. It's obviously not one of the huge ones, but it's
giving Arbor Day.
It's underrated. The trees 100%. Deserve love too.
You know who else deserves love?
Who?
Me.
Why? Because you passed your glucose test?
Well, first of all, I thought I would be waltzing in here being hey, look at me. I either passed or failed. I didn't get the results. I don't know why I thought it was the driver's test where you just find out immediately if you pass or fail.
I would have thought it was a few hours. You don't know right now?
No, I still don't know. You would know if I knew.
Okay.
And I just want to say I've had it up to here.
With?
The social media misinformation when it comes to women's health.
Wow, you're taking on a lot this early morning.
Yes, I'm so sorry to have pivoted directly out of your party evening into my torturous afternoon, but it needed to be said. I've had enough.
Hopefully I can use some of the lessons that I've learned from my party evening to help you through your torturous afternoon.
Let's try.
I've
had it up to here. With specifically these bitches, okay? Yesterday I took my glucose test, and let me tell you, it was one of the most horrible. Yesterday, it was one of the most horrible experiences of my life. It was so long, and that juice, while yes, it tasted actually very good. People were so dramatic about being I couldn't get it down. It made me feel sick. Oh my god! 20 minutes later, I was
sugar high.
I felt disgusting. I really felt not okay. But whatever. I was sharing the journey on social media, and the amount of things people were trying to give me anxiety about that aren't real, actually was starting to piss me off. People were you'll have to take the test again. If you drink it through a straw, it doesn't work.
Not true.
Jackie, the lady at the lab gave me the straw. You think you know more than her? And first of all, how on God's green diddly dally earth would drinking something through a straw make it different?
I don't know.
It wouldn't. And then I immediately was oh shit, did I do something wrong? And then I'm wait, logic needs to prevail here. I literally drank it. Like, who cares if I drink it with my mouth open or my mouth closed? Like,
Yeah.
I was, okay, then, and it was making me regret sharing. Like, these bitches were pissing me off.
I do think, like, people.
That's the lesson.
Start to regret sharing because, yeah, everyone comes in either thinking they're an expert or wanting to be an expert or want to be like, hey, well, one time for me. And it's like, okay, because it's not your time.
Then I was sharing, like, oh my God, not everybody being so dramatic about this juice when it was actually quite tasty. It tasted like a full sugar Sprite. Like, it really was not bad. And then people were being like, well, you know, they say if you would like the taste of the juice, you actually probably do have gestational diabetes. Like, bitch, shut up.
Okay, I just want to say,
shut up.
I saw that one and it made me chuckle. Okay. So
I know, but she was being for real. Like,
thank you for the laugh.
I thought for a second, I was like, shit, like, that it does sound, that one sounded, the straw one sounded stupid. Like,
the other one has merit. It's like, you love this sugar because you're always eating sugar.
Because you're a big diabetic. Like, I was like.
No, I like that myth. It can stay.
That myth has merit, but then I did look into it. It's completely fabricated and made up.
Okay, but it can stay still because it's funny.
All's that to say.
It provides value in the humor department.
Yes. All's that to say, I still don't know if I passed my glucose test. I had a miserable time doing it both offline and online, and I might stop sharing my journey with these bitches specifically.
Is there a way for you to share your journey and then tune out these bitches? Like, if you were to share your journey, like, maybe it's because you're
By the way, we're getting into Jay Shetty territory right now. Like,
are we? Oh my God.
Like,
Zach was like to me last night, he was like, did you see that clip of Claudia and Jay Shetty? I'm like, oh, no, that's not for me. And he was like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, we're too close. I can't watch.
Of course.
He was like, what do you mean? And he's like, what do you mean you watch a clip? I was like,
did he get it?
He didn't get it. Like, I guess it's kind of like an odd thing to say at a glance.
It's not.
We're too close. I can't watch her.
It's literally the least weird thing.
Well, I just want you to know he was very moved by your words.
Oh, he only watched the clip, not the whole episode?
Just the clip about Ben.
Thank God. And you're going to make sure it ends there. It ends with the clip.
I don't even have to make sure. He doesn't even listen to the toast.
So
And
true.
unless, like, Cal and Cowherd was on your episode with Jay Shetty.
By the way, good to know that if we ever want Zach to listen to an episode of The Toast, we just have to get Colin Cowherd on The Toast.
That would actually be, like, such a good surprise for something.
Yeah, and we might have a better chance if you didn't literally say the meanest shit about Colin Cowherd yesterday. I think you called him, like...
I'll rein it in.
What'd you call him?
I will rein it in. I will do better.
Yeah.
Just like, for that, if I ever have a surprise.
We have to start kissing Cowherd ass.
Like, if I need to get a Colin Cowherd cameo.
Do you think he's on Cameo? No, he probably makes a lot of money from ESPN. He doesn't need to do that.
That's never stopped people. It's a certain type of animal on Cameo.
It's so true because it's important to remember that Bethany Frankel is or was on Cameo, like while she was a rich woman, you know?
Yeah. So it takes all kinds.
It's a different beast over there.
It takes all of us.
We have a great show, actually. Did you watch Summer House?
Of course I did. Oh my gosh.
Summer House premiere.
Summer House premiere. I also watch What Happens Live.
We are so back.
I'm so excited about this season. It looks so good. I really enjoyed my time watching it last night after my meaningful evening with Hashem.
Yeah, that's kind of probably what Hashem would have wanted, don't you think?
Yeah. No, but he definitely would have because I was like in bed with my warm blanket. Cozy, feeling fulfilled.
I have a hard time watching Summer House, but also recapping it without letting my personal biases get in the way of like a good recap. Because I seriously, like, I cannot watch that yellow-haired fuck on my TV. I hate him so much. 42-year-old in a house with a 24-year-old. Like, it actually is hindering me from doing my job, the hate that I have.
Well, at least for last night's episode, he's not really a part of it. Like, honestly, I probably wouldn't have mentioned him in my recap, like not even as a boycott.
But I'm like hyper focused. Like everything he does, I have triggers. So like my recap would have included a lot of him, even though he contributed 0 to the episode.
Got it. Oh, that's so funny. I literally forgot about him. I thought you were going to say like Carl or Wes.
Hate. Yeah, but I don't know those people. Like I have personal beef.
I'm just also say just because I forgot about him.
Yeah, if it weren't for my personal beef, he's so forgettable. But like seriously, I'll never forget you setting up your DJ equipment. You're 42. Like.
Yeah. Well, I'm really excited to recap that, and I don't want to like rush through the rest of the show to do that, but that's kind of what I feel like doing.
So down.
Because also that's kind of like the big thing that happened. It wasn't like a crazy news making 24 hours.
Yeah.
you know?
I hate when that happens. I hate when that happens.
I feel like everyone was just kind of on a spiritual journey. If that's how it felt. Or
Actually,
taking a glucose test.
Yeah. Well, actually, while you were on your spiritual journey, I was recovering from my glucose test. Like, it took me all day. I wasn't okay.
Yeah, it'll knock your socks off. And that just is like a little taste of a sugar high. So next time you're consuming loads of sugar, just remember, that's where you're headed.
Okay, RFK. I want to say one thing about RFK, okay?
Okay.
You know his whole movement is Make America Healthy Again.
Meh.
Okay, thank you. That's what I wanted to say. I haven't seen, and every time I see it on social media, people referencing it, like positively or negatively, all I can think of is Amanda Bynes. Meh.
I actually have seen someone say, like,
oh, good.
The meh movement.
Like, I was going to make like an Instagram story about it, but it's also like a controversial movement, so like, I didn't want to get involved. You know, I wasn't in the mood for backlash, but I just wanted to make sure I wasn't the only one who saw it and immediately thought of Amanda Bynes.
Rifk.
What? Oh, Rifk. Yes.
Yeah.
It sounded like you were about to tell me something about your religious event last night, like a girl named Rivka. That's what I thought you were saying.
No, Rifkjer.
Yeah.
Rifkjer and the Mayhem
movement. We should rage bait people today and make that the title.
If you want to go deep, I wonder if you've seen this in the glucose discourse, that like the real crunchy ones, like the
bring their own,
they won't drink that drink. Or they'll, I mean, some people skip the test altogether, but some people like drink their own sugary concoction because what you drank is like literal toxic waste. I mean, and I drank it too.
So I didn't know that was a thing, but Shannon texted me. She was like, good luck at your glucose test. Like, she's like, are you, and Jack's like so crunchy that you bring your own juice? And I'm like, wait, I hadn't even heard of it. I'm like, that's another level of crunchiness that I haven't even heard of. Jackie has never brought that up to me. I did not know that. While I didn't enjoy the test, I'm going to trust the test. And I have no regrets, even though I'm definitely like, I feel like I drank toxic waste. Like, that's how heavy and thick it was.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's like, drink this disgusting toxic liquid, then we'll let you know if something's wrong with you. I'm like, well, there is now.
No, and sometimes like you could drink it and it's inconclusive. That to me would be the worst result.
Yeah.
If I have to do the longer test.
Yeah, and I wonder what, I've seen like what people bring, but it's kind of hard to match the level of craziness that's demanded of the GT.
Yeah, when you make your own, like, seriously, like you make it in the kitchen. I don't.
Or you bring like a sugary drink. I don't know.
Like a Powerade.
Yeah, but the Mayhem wouldn't drink Powerade, so like.
Of course.
Something else sugary.
Rifkerade.
Rifkerade.
All right. Well, we have a lot to do today. I think we should dive into
the Fast 5 stories that you need to know.
And the Fast 5 stories that you need to know are brought to you by State Farm. So when you get a new car, a new home, the first thing you might find yourself saying is literally what? How is this real? But really the words
what
you
is
want
happening,
to be thinking,
Normani's
what's happening? Literally. Really the words you want to be thinking are like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. State Farm is there with the coverage that you need for your car, your home, even boats, motorcycles, RVs, and other things that matter to you. With a State Farm agent, you know that someone's there to help you choose the coverage that you need, and with so many coverage options, it definitely feels good knowing that you can find what fits for you. And also, when you need ways to get help, State Farm gives you a ton of options there too. So depending on what type of swirly you are, perhaps you're very, high-tech IT department girly who loves to do everything on her phone, very turdy-coded. Well, with State Farm, you can get help on statefarm.com or on their award-winning app. Perhaps you're like Jax, you like to handle things in person or on the phone with your local agent. Well, that's what we love about State Farm. No matter what kind of toaster you are, State Farm lets you do things your way. So when you need help protecting the things that matter most, remember to sing it like Jax and Claude do. Hit it, Jax.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
It was like actually one of your worst ones to date.
Huh. Okay. That's
like, is it funny how that happens?
That's me.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Today's episode is also brought to you by Nutrafol, the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, trusted by over 1.5 million people. If you want to see thicker, stronger, and faster growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months, do it with Nutrafol. So Nutrafol is going to target the root cause of hair thinning, and everybody has different root causes. So when I went through this journey like over a year ago, it was from, you know, a huge shift in diet when I went on my weight loss journey. And that can be a huge trigger for hair issues. And they have multiple formulas that are tailored to give your hair what it needs through different stages. So maybe you're having issues with your hair because you're postpartum or menopause, or, you know, you switch to a plant-based diet, like whatever your cause is, they have a formula that's going to help you. And while so many supplements rely solely on ingredient studies, Nutrafol clinically tests final formulations to ensure their efficacy. So it's physician formulated, it's 100% drug-free ingredients. Their supplements support visibly thicker, stronger hair from within by targeting the root causes of thinning, which can be stress, hormones, aging, nutrition, lifestyle, and metabolism as you evolve through a woman's life. And building a hair growth routine is simple. You purchase online, there's no prescription required, automated deliveries and free shipping are going to keep you on track. Plus, with a Nutrafol subscription, you can save up to 20%, and you'll have access to free naturopathic doctors and consultations, and a Headspace meditation membership is included. So start your hair growth journey with Nutrafol, and for a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off their first month subscription with free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter our code THETOAST. So find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and stylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com promo code THETOAST. That's Nutrafol.com, and our promo code is THETOAST. Today's episode is also brought to you by Array, which is a new Toast sponsor that we're really excited about. It's a brand that was founded on a simple principle: to help you feel your best so you can be your best. And their products are formulated by naturopathic doctors. They create clean, natural supplements with real results. So their product line comprises of products to help solve everyday problems that everybody really constantly deals with. So bloating, anxiety, constipation, and their MB1, it's probably their best-selling product. It blends clinically studied herbs, a targeted probiotic, and essential nutrients that work together to optimize your metabolic health in as little as 3 months. So their revolutionary blend has science-backed ingredients to supercharge your metabolism, enhance your energy levels, increase calorie and fat burn, curb your cravings, regulate your blood sugar, your cholesterol levels. How it works is that you'll take 2 of the MB1 capsules in the morning or before your workout. They recommend taking the MB1 daily for 3 months to see optimal results. The ingredients are natural. They're grains of paradise, probiotics, green tea extract, vitamin B6, and they're nut-free, they're vegan, they're non-GMO, gluten-free, filler-free, they're free of any harsh laxatives, they are cruelty-free, and they are non-habit forming, so they're safe for everyday use. And we have a great code with them. So if you go to array.com, which is ARRAE.com, use our code TOAST15 at checkout. That'll get you 15% off and 4 free bloat travel packs with your first purchase or auto ship order. So array.com, which is ARRAE.com, our promo code is TOAST15 for 15% off and 4 free bloat travel packs. Code TOAST15.
Thank you, Turf15.
You're welcome, Jert15.
Our first story is actually some sad and shocking news. Teddi Mellencamp reveals that doctors have found multiple tumors on her brain that have been growing for at least 6 months. So Teddi Mellencamp posted on her Instagram that for the last several weeks she'd been dealing with severe and debilitating headaches. Yesterday, the pain was unbearable and required hospitalization. After a CT scan and MRI, doctors found multiple tumors on her brain, which they believe have been growing for the last 6 months at least.
Jesus.
She said 2 of the tumors will be surgically removed today. The remaining smaller tumors will be dealt with via radiation at a later date. I'm blessed to be surrounded by my children, family, friends, doctors, nurses, and surgeons who are doing everything possible to get me back into better health.
I mean, this woman literally can't catch a break. I feel like every time I open my Instagram, she's sharing something new happening in her skin cancer journey. She's always posting these pictures of like these crazy scars on her back that she had to have different moles removed. Like they went under the surface and just like found different, I think it's called melanoma. And so I just thought like that was her journey, you know?
Yeah.
And then to see this on Instagram, I was really shook. Like seriously, pray for this woman.
Yeah. Same, I was watching Watch What Happens Live last night, and that's where I actually heard about it because Andy was giving her the muzzle of the day, and I think she went into surgery last night. So I hope today she's recovering. I hope they got what they needed to get and that like they're able to attack this. But that is so scary, and that is
of course. And who gets
so
2 different types of cancer? Like that's seriously so nuts.
Yeah.
And I feel like she's also been doing a lot in the last 6 months. Because I feel like I've seen her a lot. She was on Skinny Confidential. She's like always making news, 2 T's in a pod. So it's like doing that with brain tumors. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I feel like she's also very like into health, right?
Right.
Like,
it's not like someone who's just like let it slip by and like doesn't pay attention to.
She's like always doing the most health wise.
Yeah. Like a healthy person, active, like
right.
Not that those things, but those should add up to like
a healthy life.
Yeah.
No, it's really so sad. And she has like such young kids. Like seriously. What a crazy fucking story.
Yeah, a crazy story. And just really incredibly sad. And we're thinking of her. We'll wait more news.
Correct.
Are you ready for our next story, which is also a bit of crazy news because Naya Rivera's ex, Ryan Dorsey, is speaking out for the first time.
That's such sad stories today.
I know. Just these two, and then we'll move to a better place. But the two big ones.
This story, like, always gives me the biggest pit in my stomach.
Yeah. So the actor Ryan Dorsey sat down with People magazine to talk about Naya and his son almost 5 years since her death. So he's talking about how it's been, how he's working at Warner Brothers and Forest Lawn Cemetery, where she's buried, is on the other side. Talking about songs that remind him of her and just raising their son and the trauma that he's been through. You know, when at 4 years old, he was on the boat when his mom drowned. And just
nuts.
Doing his best.
Right, and like sharing different details from that day.
Yeah.
Because even though like the whole thing happened very publicly and we were all sort of on the journey as it was actively happening and they were looking for her, we still don't really know like 100% what went down on the boat.
Yes, but it's also really hard to know when it was just the two of them and he's so young.
Mm-hmm. And that's like the only witness.
And like why exactly, what made her drown. And Ryan Dorsey was saying like it must have been some like freak sort of
whirlpool.
Yeah.
But they say that about that lake in particular, like it's known. So it's not like, it's actually not that out of the ordinary, but it happened to have been like a really bad day.
Right, but you don't know that for sure because like the only person who was there to see it wouldn't probably know what a whirlpool is. He's 4 years old.
Right, but a detail he did share that I think people hadn't previously known was that there was like an attempt to help. I mean, he was 4, but I think he threw her a rope. And
or there was a rope on the boat. He didn't throw it, and I think he said that there was a spider on it, and I like it's just like something that haunts him. But he was saying the rope probably wouldn't have reached, and it's just really it's a sad story. Every time it comes up, it's so sad. I can't believe it. Like she's gone, and in that way,
and it was like so cryptic when it happened.
Yeah,
like because remind me. The boat just sort of turned up with him on it alone, right?
Yeah, him napping on it. Yeah, like 3 hours after they chartered it.
Him napping on it. That's so sad. I'm going to cry. And so the way it all unfolded was just like so scary. Mm-hmm. And I can only imagine what sort of like trauma that does to a child.
Yeah.
And I'm sure like pieces come back, but like, oh, it's so sad.
Yeah, really, really sad. So.
And I feel like the dad and him are like super close. Like I wish them the best. Like I don't want to think about them. Like I just want them to like go be happy and like have an amazing life.
Live in peace. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The boat also like didn't. The boat didn't have an anchor, so it was drifting away when she and her son were swimming. That's why. Like, she had
honestly, these details are making me really sad.
No, and so they sued over that. Got it. I don't know how much money, they won any money, but like that was a part of it as well.
Oh, that's even sadder. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. Like they're drifting away. I can't.
Oh, well, now are you ready for our next story? A little love news. A little love. Our girl, my favorite person, Lainey Wilson, is engaged.
Oh. What?
Yeah. Country star Lainey Wilson reveals her engagement to former NFL player Duck Hodges after 4 years of dating.
So I knew she had a man.
Lainey and Duck.
Yeah. No. I knew she had a man because she was like alluding to it for a really long time on social media and like never shared who it was. And then a little while ago, she just was like, fuck it. And people like found his identity and she didn't care. Now she shows him on social media and stuff. He's super cute, super country. I mean, his name is Duck. I didn't realize she was engaged. That's so sweet. He's really cute.
And he's a former NFL quarterback. So
that I didn't know. I thought he was just like a guy with a job.
No. So that's like good, knows life in the spotlight, has worked well under pressure, works well with others.
Correct.
Team player.
That's really cute. And they like literally have the biggest farm and like that's all they do. They're like real country folk.
Yeah. She posted a picture on a parchy porch saying,
I need to look this up. I totally missed it.
4x4 by you forever.
Oh, wait. Say it again.
The caption is 4x4 by you forever.
Oh, really cute. Whose house is that? Very stately manner.
I like that. They don't make houses like that anymore. When you call a builder, I don't think they even know how to do this.
What like design is that?
Like brick Victorian? Is a brick house.
Her ring is really pretty. I really like her. I'm so glad you're like turning a corner on her, but you just reminded me. I saw the two most random fucking celebrities together this morning, like in a video. Did you see this about Kylie?
No.
So I'll explain like the circumstances that brought these two together afterwards, but just know like last night, Kylie was hanging out with Ella Langley.
I love that. I love it.
For those who don't know, is like a real up and coming country artist.
Excuse me.
The viral TikTok song, that's her like big breakout hit.
You look like you love me. They have such matching energies, I just want to say. They have such matching auras plus 10,000, right?
So the reason they were together, it makes a little bit more sense. But at first I saw them hug and I was like, excuse me? Kylie hosted an event for Sprinter, like kind of like a pop-up where they were just like handing out drinks and there was a stage and they had Ella Langley perform.
Oh my God. That's so funny that she's like a small business owner and has to like work with local talent.
Slum it, yeah.
But I love that. I hope that there was enough time for them to strike up a friendship and real recognize real.
Yeah, it's like Ella Langley is Kylie if she grew up in the South.
1,000%. 1,000%.
Yeah, they actually do look alike.
Yeah, and they have just like similar swag.
Definitely.
I could see Kylie, excuse me.
Do you think Kylie like knows that song? And when they were just running different people by Kylie, like, oh, within budget, we could get this person to perform this person. Kylie was like, oh yeah, I like that song. Or do you think she has no idea? And just like
she definitely knows the song because she's on the internet.
Yeah. It's crazy to think about.
Yeah, that's really cute.
What was the story?
Lainey Wilson, 4 by you forever.
Do it again.
It's kind of addicting.
Do it again.
4 by you forever.
I like the way you say forever like that. Like, I think you need to start saying it like that more. Forever.
After today's episode, I don't know if I'll be able to go back to saying it the way I used to.
That works for me. Forever.
So, Mazel Tov, Lainey.
Mazel Tov, Lainey. I'm really happy for her. She's so, like, everything's coming up Lainey.
By the way, her name would be Lainey Hodges.
Oh my God, she's related to Orson?
And isn't that the girl from She's All That?
Oh my God, wait. Yes, Lainey Hodges. But now I can't keep finding... It's just her and her man.
Okay, so
forever.
She's All That. What's that girl's name? Rachel Lee Cook?
Yeah, She's All That. IMDb. Rachel Lee Cook. Her name is Lainey Boggs.
Lainey Boggs.
You're close. 100%. I immediately went to Orson Hodge. That's going to be her father-in-law.
1,000%. So.
1,000%.
Very exciting time for the Wilson Hodge family.
Big time. And it's going to be a good time for them. Forever.
It better be forever. Like, at this point, if they don't last, then it wasn't forever.
It was for never.
Are you ready for our next story?
I am.
Some rock and roll news.
It's still rock and roll to me. Yeah.
The 2025 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominees are here.
Yeah, I saw this list. I feel like we talk about it every year, and it like every year doesn't make sense to me.
I feel like we never talk about it, but like I saw it yesterday. I was like, nah, I could do without. Today, I was like, I need you.
Yeah.
You're in.
You're in. It's giving six man.
Second string.
Yeah, but I think that we do talk about it every year because when they have the actual induction ceremony, they always have like a big performer.
That's true.
And that's the story. And then we're like, wait, who got inducted that year? And we read the list and we don't know any of the people.
So here are the nominees, which is weird. Like not all of them. I didn't realize it was a competition at this stage in the game. Billy Idol, which feels like right.
It is wait. Billy Idol. Oh, okay. I was getting confused. That's not Billy Joel Armstrong.
No.
And it's not Billy Joel.
No. Who is it?
Yeah, I actually think we don't know who this is. Like,
no, I do.
No, I'm telling you, you don't. His photo looks like not even... Oh, Dancing with Myself. We know that song.
How does that go?
Dancing with myself.
Oh, he deserves it just for that.
Agreed.
With myself.
But his other top songs, Eyes Without a Face, Rebel Yell, I'm not familiar with. I'm sure some of our, boomer toasters, which I'm dying to get in with the boomers. Like, I feel like in this day and age, everybody's like, wants to be Gen Z or millennial. And it's like, we're definitely millennial. We're not Gen Z. And I think a lot of people in our position would try to be like, targeting the next gen, right? Like Gen Z, start talking. I want more boomers.
Okay.
I'm just putting it out there. Like when I go to our next set of live shows, I want everybody in the audience to be geriatric. Like I feel
that's
those
not
are
boomer.
No, I'm just being like, I'm being dramatic, like making a joke about the boomers. Like they get it.
Oh yeah, okay. I don't know. That's not like the way to court them, but okay.
No, but I just feel like the boomers like are happy people because like they all own homes and they're like at the almost the age of retirement and they just like I don't know, they don't have the problems that like all these other chronically online folks have. Like I just want an audience majorly comprised of boomer women.
So tell your parents to listen to the toast.
Yeah, and we could start targeting our content to be like a little bit like skew it a little bit older.
More stories like this of like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
So to our boomer contingency, which I do feel is growing, I'm telling you, I can feel it. Come get your man. I'm sorry to this man. I have no idea who Billy Idol is.
Okay, so maybe he won't win. Billboard has his odds as 10-1 on getting in. That doesn't sound
those
good.
Are good odds, right?
I don't know.
I think they are.
Well,
and not
okay.
if it was like 100-1, but
next we have Joy Division / New Order.
My favorite.
Like those are 4 words I've never said.
Yeah.
Next to each other, aligned.
Yeah.
Then there's Bad Company, which of course has the classic rock staples: Feel Like Making Love, Can't Get Enough, Shooting Star. Frontman is Paul Rogers.
Oh, Paul Rogers.
Their odds are 8-1.
I've loved Paul Rogers forever.
Their odds are 8-1, as are Joy Division New Order's odds.
Oh, okay, cool.
Then Soundgarden, which of course Soundgarden has the radio staples, the critical peer respect, the commercial profile, and the relatively enduring importance.
I don't know if I would say they have the relatively enduring importance.
Oh, well, I don't think I think they don't have a compelling answer to the question, why now?
Right. That's what it sounds like.
Of course, the band has been dormant since the death of the frontman, Chris Cornell.
Right. Oh, by the way, I happen to know who Chris Cornell is.
Yes.
Well, so let him in.
Odds 6-1.
Oh.
Next, Chubby Checker. No other artist on this ballot has their legacy as tied to one song as Chubby Checker, though.
No other legacy. Let me ask you another question. If you look down this list, because I'm having fun, I am. Is there anyone whose names you recognize?
Yes. You want me to get to them?
Please, just, yeah.
Cyndi Lauper.
Queen, let her in. What are her odds? 10,000
3-1.
You're kidding.
Yeah, so I think we're getting closer.
Oh, wait. 3-1 is bad or good?
3-1 is good, I think. Better than 10-1. 100%.
Oh, wait. Okay.
I think this is like descending or...
Anybody who wrote the song Girls Just Want to Have Fun deserves the world. And I actually, the other day, remember when I was telling you how I was listening to a lot of old Miley Cyrus? I forget that, like, most people our age really know all the lyrics to that song because Miley Cyrus's cover of it, which she really put a lot of respect on. It was super well done. We don't talk about that enough. That was really a brilliant move.
No, she was doing covers from a young age. She was always destined for covers.
Backyard baseball, whatever it's called.
Oh, of course, Backyard Sessions, Jolene, but like so much of her career is about covers and like new takes on. Yeah, like even though she puts out original music, she does a lot of performances where she's like she's a go-to cover. They should tap her more for like the Grammys and stuff to like do tributes because also, she really like it becomes the person.
It's giving karaoke. We need to see Kelly and Miley do a Miley-oke.
We do, and then next one on the list that you do know, Mariah Carey.
Oh, see, this is where they lose me. Like Mariah Carey is like a hip hop artist, right?
Yeah.
This is a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Like that's just where I get confused. But let her in.
Yeah. Then Fish. I mean, how are they not in there? How are they not there?
That's the other thing. I feel like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, like they really want to make sure people deserve it. So much so to the point that like they're kind of always dropping the ball.
Yeah. And then Outkast.
Love, hey, yeah.
Yeah, why not? Sure, let him in.
Hey, yeah.
The White Stripes.
I'm unfamiliar, but I know the name.
That feels like right, you know.
The White Stripes, like that's exactly who should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
And then Oasis, which Billboard says is like the only true shoe-in for this class. Like that's the best odds, 1 to 2.
To me, like just based on how I perceive the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which is definitely like incorrectly, the only person on that list who's truly eligible is Cyndi Lauper.
I think more. What about Fish? Everybody loves Fish.
I don't know if I would say that they're rock and roll. I feel like it's more like vibes.
Yeah. Yeah, it is vibes. But, well, here's Wonderwall.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall forever.
And after all, you're my Wonderwall.
By the way, now that you're recovered from your flu, you have to make your...
I know. I was thinking that. I'm like...
appointment in the studio to lay down tracks for Toast theme song because like my version's ready to go.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking that when I woke up this morning. Kind of woke me up. Yeah.
It shook you out of a dreamless sleep.
It was a little stressful.
Now you have to do it.
Are you ready for our fifth and final story that will lead into our TV recap?
If it's the fifth and final story that's going to lead into the TV recap, that's brought to you by Skims, perchance.
Perchance it is.
So Skims bras and underwear are the best intimates that I've truly ever owned. My top drawer is slowly becoming all Skims, and I'm particular about my intimates, especially in the season of my life. My body has changed during pregnancy. It's changing a lot. I have different requirements when it comes to my breasts, my intimate areas, and they're really the unsung heroes of every outfit, especially for a pregnant person, and nobody does it like Skims. So I've shopped from Skims for a really long time, but I find myself buying like new things from them now, I would say once a month, because my bras, at this point my underwear is just kind of disposable and I need like better ones, and my bras I'm constantly growing out of them. I have really specific requirements when it comes to the comfort of my bras, and that's why I love Skims. Their Fits Everybody collection make the most amazing bralettes. Like they're super stretchy, they're super comfortable, there's no underwire, there's tons of support. The straps are adjustable, which if you're giving me a garment that doesn't have adjustable straps, like I can't talk to you. That's just like, that's the phase of life I'm currently in. So if you're trying to find the perfect bra for every day, for lying around the house, you're pregnant, not pregnant, they have something for everyone at Skims. And the best part, especially for the bra sizes, is that they're super size inclusive. So there are like, I think they carry up to 60 bra sizes. Like it's crazy. So shop Skims best intimates, including the Fits Everybody collection and more at skims.com and at their Skims New York flagship store on Fifth Avenue in New York. After you place your order, be sure to let them know that we sent you, select podcast in the survey, and be sure to select the toast in the drop-down menu that follows. Plus, if you're looking for the perfect gift for your Valentine or for yourself, Skim launched their own Valentine's Day shop. It's the best Valentine's shop ever. It's available in sizes for men, women, and kids. Today's episode is also brought to you by Good Ranchers. Did you know that over 85% of grass-fed beef is imported? Well, here's how Good Ranchers is solving that problem. They are selling 100% American sourced meat. So every cut of beef, chicken, pork, and wild-caught seafood is born, raised, and harvested right here in the States, so you know exactly where it's coming from. It's also free from hidden additives, so there's no antibiotics, no hormones, no seed oils, just one simple ingredient that you can read, and that's the meat. And it's delivered straight to your door, so there's no more last-minute grocery shopping, long lines, wondering if you're getting the best quality. We've been talking about this a lot. I feel like we all learned kind of a valuable lesson from the last season of Yellowstone. It's really important to know what you're feeding your family, obviously, and the best possible ingredients, but also making sure it's ethically sourced and that you're supporting American ranchers. And that's what Good Ranchers is doing. They're getting local American ranchers, and they're getting the meat delivered straight to your door. There's no more last-minute grocery shopping. With GoodRanchers.com, everything you need to create delicious meals is just one click away. Their wide selection of pre-portioned high-quality meat means less time prepping, more time around the table, and if you're hosting loved ones, weeknight dinners, whatever it is, it's handled. Their seed oil-free chicken nuggets are back in stock. The kids love those. It's no mystery meat made from whole cuts of chicken. It's never been easier to prioritize your family's health, to spend more time where it matters, together. Visit GoodRanchers.com today, and don't forget to use our code TOAST to claim your free meat and $25 off. So if you subscribe to any of their boxes, you'll get free ground beef, chicken breast, or salmon in every order for a year, and that $25 off when you use code TOAST at GoodRanchers.com. That's code TOAST at GoodRanchers.com.
Thank you, Turt Ranchers.
You're welcome.
So our fifth and final story, which is going to lead into a Summer House recap, and not to start at the end, but in the trailer for the rest of the season, cameras picked up on Paige when she and Craig broke up. So Paige DeSorbo
by the
claims...
way, you were the one who told me, right, that Southern Charm, we see that Craig... So it's fair that they're both doing it.
100%. I'm glad that she did it because otherwise I could see her being like mad at Craig for putting it on camera. And now it will be like totally balanced. It'll have the same sort of runway to share what happened. Paige DeSorbo,
like the big bomb that he dropped on his trailer is that, you know, Paige asked me to get a ring.
And he got a ring.
Right, he got a ring. And her big bombshell that we saw in the last, thank God, I usually turn off the previews, like whatever, I'll see you next week. The last 3 seconds of the preview, she's talking about how she's upset, which we've been talking about all week, that he's like not defending her publicly amidst these cheating rumors, when at the end of the day, like, she never cheated. He was the one who got caught texting 2 bitches twice during their relationship. Like, excuse me?
She said she caught Craig texting 2 bitches over the course of their relationship. She said some snippets included, Craig, what are you talking about? I feel like you're so betraying me right now. She also said, you are dead to me. And
no, I feel sick. I feel really sick.
Yeah. And then also on Watch What Happens Live last night, like Sierra and Lindsay were talking about it. Andy asked them, like, how surprised were you that Paige and Craig broke up? 1 to 10, 10 being most surprised. And Sierra was like 1.
Wow.
Yeah, but she was like, that's my best friend. Like, you know what's going on. You know when someone's like close to a breakup. But it sounds like she knew more than maybe Craig.
I saw clips of Sierra on Watch What Happens Live, and then I also watched her in the premiere. And it's like, actually, she's so striking. I don't know of a person I've watched on reality TV who's maybe as beautiful as she is. Like, it's actually upsetting.
Yeah, she's so beautiful. This new girl is so beautiful.
Oh, yeah, Lexi.
It's so crazy to like see someone come off of Instagram. Like I've seen her Instagram because I knew she was joining the cast, and on Instagram she like seriously looks like a perfect individual. And then like to see her in 3D on a show, like, and she's just so adorable and perfect looking. Like, it's really a pleasure, and it was such a fun episode with her.
Yeah, and I remember hearing that she was going to be joining the cast, and I remember hearing something about her. Was she like a nepo baby? What was it?
She like dated someone famous.
Brooklyn Beckham.
Yeah.
In 2018. Damn,
but she has a very different personality than what I would have expected. I would have expected her to be like a little more like aloof, like cool girl. But she's like very bubbly, very outgoing, like very fun.
She's perfect for the show. However, I feel like with the intro of her and her friend Bailey, who I feel like is an undiscovered talent, I think she's just taking a little bit more time to like come to the surface.
Of course, it's always that way.
I do feel like we're really starting to see like the 2 different shows, you know, like, because they actually last year we've been complaining for the last few years that like there's no good like single young guys, and they got Wes and Jesse and they're both good, and there's a new guy coming. And so I feel like this younger single group is starting to like carve out a place for themselves, and like they leave and the other half of the group stays home, which is like fine, but it doesn't feel like this unit.
Yeah, it doesn't like bother me yet. Maybe that will become like very clear over the season. But what I thought was so great, it's like this is like what shows used to be like, where it was like a couple singles and like a couple guys and girls, and like people would immediately click. Like, it's giving, not in a bad way, like Ron and Sam, where you just like see someone in your house, you're like, that's my person. I like how you look. I like how you talk. Like, watching her and Jesse immediately hit it off. Like, I had a smile on my face the entire time. We haven't seen that like on TV in a very long time. Of, I guess also West and Sierra sort of had that. And that was
also just Sam and Corey. Remember them?
I loved Sam and Corey.
I know they broke up, so like whatever, but they should have come back. Like,
no, that was always the weirdest thing, that they weren't in the next season.
Because she was great, by the way.
Uh-huh.
And he was like super cute. What's not to like frat boy energy, perfect for that show.
Yeah. No, it's really always so fun to watch. It's like what all the good shows started out like. So to have a little bit of that last night, and like Jesse Solomon seems like such a great guy, like a great catch. Everyone wants love for him. And then like most beautiful. He's
so funny too, being like, I love her.
No, he's so funny, and like he's serious. I mean, we'll see. It looks like the rest of the season, and I do feel like his fatal flaw is that he's a really big flirt and like doesn't take things seriously. But that he's like 10 toes deep for this girl. Like, it's really sweet. It's young love, and he deserves it.
And it also seems a little bit like there's going to be beef between Lexi and Sierra, because I think that Lexi's coming and like kind of filling a role that Sierra filled when she first got there. Like, you know, the eligible single gal in the house that like all the other single guys are into.
Yeah, no, but I also could see even last night, like Jesse flirts with Sierra a lot. He's very touchy with her.
He flirts with Paige a lot too.
Yeah, he flirts. He's a flirt, but I noticed it the most with Sierra. And I think if she and Jesse start hooking up, and it's like, we're not hooking up with other people, we'll just focus on this right now, but he still feels like it's okay to flirt with Sierra, that would bother a girl.
I agree, because there's like being personable and like the funny, jolly guy, and then there's just inappropriate.
No, and then there's just like when you're taking steps forward in a relationship, like you change the way you behave to the rest of the world. And if you're not ready to do that, like you're not mature.
You know what I always think when I watch the first episode of Summer House is like how impressive it really is the way they're able to divvy up the rooms. Now, I guess because they're only staying like 2 nights at a time and then they all go back to their apartments, it's like not the biggest deal. But when you think about like rooms on Bravo shows, it's like historically been this like crazy saga. They're all extremely mature about it. Except in the beginning, I remember like it was like every season Amanda and Kyle got the master, and it's like, well, why?
Yeah, especially when 2 people are also willing to share.
Ciara and Paige.
Yeah. But I also feel like the house is growing. Like there's always more rooms. There's always
New
more
rooms.
people.
They keep putting walls up and just making rooms and throwing beds in rooms.
Yeah. So there really doesn't seem like a really bad room. And when there are bad rooms, like you just give those to the boys.
There aren't bad rooms. They're just rooms without bathrooms of their own.
Right.
Those I think are considered the bad rooms.
And those should go to the boys. Like the girls need ensuite.
Now let me tell you how much I love Lindsay Hubbard. Like it's actually crazy. She's so interesting to me. But that also adds another layer. It's like, it's really crazy that she's in a house with a 24-year-old. Do you know what I mean? She's birthing new life. Kyle's 42. So many of her friends, Paige is in a committed 3-year relationship. And then these 24-year-olds are like out till 3 a.m. Like it's just, sometimes I feel like it'll feel like we're watching 2 different shows, which not necessarily is a bad thing.
Yeah, no, but we will get into an inflection point. I don't feel like I'm there yet. It's probably where we're headed, though, where you do have to, like, shake up the cast a little bit. Vanderpump Rules, Junior and Senior, like, where do we go from here?
Yeah, but the one thing this has on Vanderpump Rules, that Vanderpump Rules never got a group of young people we were even remotely interested in. Every person they cast, flop after flop after flop. Meanwhile, between Jesse, Wes, I would consider Ciara like a bridge, kind of like a Sheena.
Well, yeah, Ciara was saying on Watch What Happens Live, she's only 2 years older than Lexi and 1 year older than Bailey. She's 28, Lexi's 26, and
I guess she's
Bailey's
just like
27.
So mature.
She was like, yeah, but I feel so much older. Like, she just doesn't have that.
Like, she could play on both casts. She really could.
Yeah.
This is also our first episode / season without Danielle, which was nice.
I didn't really notice.
Yeah. Okay, and so Lindsay showing up, like, I'm sorry, I love her so much, her speech. I know they were trying to make it seem like long-winded, like they do that editing thing where they just like blend the words, but I followed exactly what she was saying, and because I knew where it was going, like it made total sense. She was like, 8 years ago this, 7 years ago this, 6 years ago, and this year I'm pregnant. Like, I actually thought it was really nice, and I loved it, and I loved how happy everyone was for it, but the whole, like, room being like, I knew it. That is such an annoying thing to say.
Yeah, especially because there were a lot of rumors, like, even you had said to me on this show, like, I think I've heard a rumor Lindsay's pregnant, and I was like, oh, well, I hope that's true. And so, obviously, if we heard that, then her castmates heard that, and it's like, just shut up, okay? Like, let the woman have her
I shouldn't have said that either, by the way. Like, that was wrong of me.
No, in that moment, like, I needed to hear it because I was worried about her. Oh, and this idea, I just need to say, this idea that Lindsay has moved on too quickly from Kyle, anyone who is even remotely floating from Carl, just get ready for that. From Carl, and some people are like floating that idea, like, well, she's pregnant 4.5 months, and
Kyle was saying that, so they dated for like 1 month.
The day that Carl broke up with Lindsay, I wouldn't care if she got together with the next person the next day. He is in the past. When you're a woman of a certain age and you want to have children, there is no time to waste. There's no grace period of, we need to get over it. We need closure.
I need to heal.
I need to be by myself. Like, I need to find my future now. And day one starts now. Anyone who remotely goes with that, I don't know if that will become a storyline or it's just people like being shady. Like, it's really ridiculous and just like goes to show an immaturity. Because there is no time to waste around here. And Lindsay did not waste time. And Carl wasted her time. So now we got to get time back.
No, and it was pissing me off, like, hearing people say that. But I thought it was just, like, my blind loyalty to Lindsay. But you're 100% right. It's also, like, it's disrespectful.
Yeah. No, however she wants to get over Carl, do it in the next like, she's got to keep moving forward. There's no time to waste and mope and find yourself and eat, pray, love. Like Carl's doing. And I need to say, I absolutely love that she told the group without Carl, ran upstairs, did her sponsored post, told the world, Carl found out with the world, and then had to waltz into the house the next day. Like, it was such a slay of a timeline. I loved it so much. And him, like, coming in, I'm sorry, I can't stand this man. Like, him coming in and, like, walking out of the house, like, needing to talk to producers, like, doing therapy talk. Like, I just don't know how to be in a situation like this. Like, no, and the producer's like, That's really normal, man.
Lead with your heart, bro. Like, seriously, grow up.
We're like,
you broke up with this woman now almost a year ago.
Like, it's...
You have to wish it, exactly.
It's embarrassing.
Honestly, this is going to be a crazy thing to say, and I'm just going to say it. You know what? I'm actually not. Sorry, continue.
Well, what I was going to say is, like, he started to be like, I can't believe she's moved on. You know, I'm still processing. Like, that's a luxury that you have, being a man.
No. And to be honest, you are still processing a relationship you ended almost a full year later. That's weird.
No, it's just like nobody feels bad for you, bro. And if you do feel bad for him, you've got. Like, we don't care how much time you want to, like, the two of you are on completely different journeys now. Apples and oranges. I don't care what she's doing versus what you're doing, or what you're doing versus what she's doing. Like, just because she's moved on and you didn't doesn't make you, oh, it's so sad, Carl didn't have a kiss yet.
No, and his confessionals where he's just like being like a therapist, like, it's genuinely insufferable.
Yeah.
And I loved how she laid the whole timeline out. Like, that was true Queenie-like behavior. And when she showed everyone her belly and she was wearing the tightest jeans of all time and she had marks on her stomach from the jeans, I wanted to rip those jeans off of her. What are you doing?
Right. Why couldn't she wear leggings and then be like, boop.
Boom.
I guess she really didn't want people. I think she wanted to get them surprised as much as she could. Like, she was drinking fake alcohol because everyone kind of knew. But then, like, Wes sees her drinking and it's like, oh, never mind.
Never mind. And I saw something so funny today about Gabby. They were like, I love Gabby. She gives executive assistant energy, like true professional. And like, I'm looking forward. It was a tweet. I'm looking forward to like seeing her shine outside of like being Lindsay's executive assistant, but she is thriving in this role.
Yeah, I completely agree. I love Gabby, and
she's a really good friend.
Yeah, she really is. And I do look forward to seeing her shine, but she's been wonderful in this role. Yeah.
Wes is like, I do believe he'll bounce back. He'll be completely fine. But like, this is the first time he's really seeing everyone since the reunion. And like, it's hard not to remember him as that loser on the couch at the reunion, not like the cool guy he once was. So I'm just having a hard time like shaking that image.
Yeah. Weenie Wes watch parties.
Weenie Wes. Exactly. Like he does just carry this. We have a chip on our shoulder. He has a weenie.
Yeah. No, it's a very much of a weenie energy. What can you do?
It's just good to see the gang back together. It's nice to have a new show to add to the rotation. We'll be adding it to our Thursday recap. So the scheduling for the next couple of weeks goes as such. Mondays, general catch-up. Tuesday, Dear Toasters. Wednesday, Beverly Hills. Thursday, Summer House. Friday, Queenie and Weenie. We are so stacked. Oh, excuse me. And Southern Charm. Of course, how can I forget Southern Charm? So we just have like a really busy couple of weeks, you know? Tomorrow's episode, Jackie and I are both recording in Miami. Yeah, we rented like a fancy studio. Just honestly, if the episode ends up getting published, I'll be shocked. Just like new studios
Why? We're being so legit.
No, new studios are so scary.
No, but they have their act together. Like, you just go in, they hit record.
We're just going to be like true, like Joe Rogan
We're just like
energy.
talent. Like, should we get our hair and makeup done?
Literally.
Right? We're just like walking in like, hey, how y'all doing?
Look at me. Thank you guys so much for listening to the Toast and Lenny Morning Show, where we deliver the fast-paced stories and Easter every Monday through Friday on YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as a podcast and we're podcasts we found. So Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Video, iHeartRadio, CastBox, all the places where you listen to podcasts. So don't sleep faster if you have a listening and wickedly talented we are. We will see you guys tomorrow in our fancy Parchy new studio. You're not going to want to miss it.
Love ya. Bye.